Well, hello and welcome back all you Staus fans. And I know it's been a minute, but it's finally time to play another one of our league matches. This week sees us going up against Somerset from the fortress itself, C1. So, let's get right into it. Here we are. University of St Andrews grounds, C1.
Ladies and gentlemen,
For another long day of 45 over cricket.
Between universities and Somerset. I'm Michael Slater, and this is Mel Jones.
Well, Slats, the preparations are complete.
Because it's a longer form of the game, we've got Aaron Koshi back at the top of the order. David Miller comes in for this game, and Jack McPherson drops out. We haven't seen Dave for a while, so it'd be good to give him a run.
Going down to the middle now.
Oh, that is a disgusting uniform for Somerset. Somerset call. And we have won the toss. Well, let's stick to our winning formula.
The toss, and we'll have a bowl.
After losing the last match where we batted first against Queensland, figure we may as well get the bowling over and done with, and then we can do the chasing on our terms. And straight out the gate we have something a little bit different. Pat to open the bowling. A while since this will have happened in real life or in the virtual world. But the first ball's a dot ball. Third ball in. Outside off stump. Punches through the covers, and that's the batsman off the mark.
And a single taken.
Final ball for Jess. This one's outside off stump. Crashed up and over cover. Good fielding by Koshi out there on the boundary. Keeps it to 1.
Completes a very good over.
And now we have Armstrong in. Ball finds the edge and it's racing away through backward point. That's going to be the first boundary of the day. Yep, 4 runs. Last ball here for Dan. It's full and flicked in front of square. It beats Seagal. Heading out towards the boundary. Well struck. 4 runs. Well, an expensive over there for Armstrong. Oh, playing and missing. That's a better line.
Beaten by the bowler.
Third ball, Armstrong's in. He's across his stumps and pulling. It's in the air, but there's no one down there, and it's 4 runs. Final ball. Jess is in, finds the edge, and it's away behind square. It's going to go for 4. Unlucky there for St Andrews.
Bowling in that over. The right arm pace.
Well, we have a bowling change early here.
The attack from the university end.
Alex Haynes into the attack. First ball, that trademark off cutter. Davies on 25. This time beats him with the off cutter. Good work by Haynes. 2 balls left in the over. This is full. He's across the stumps, hitting it up and over square leg. 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 4. Well, Davies sure is batting well out here today. Haynes to continue. This one's short and cut. Well fielded by Hay. And it's a dot ball, or at least it was, until there was no one at the stumps. What on earth was McLennan doing? They're back for 2. They're coming back for 3. And oh, that's frustrating. Somerset none for 47. Already here as Haynes is in again. This one's down leg and gets the treatment. Up and over square leg. 1 bounce 4. 50 partnership for the Somerset openers.
Moving along nicely now. 50 runs in this partnership.
Last ball of the over. Haynes into Banton. Outside edge. Through to McLennan. Takes the catch.
Maybe some back there. I don't know.
And that's the first wicket for St Andrews.
Able to break it before too much damage was
Benton, who wasn't getting a lot of the strike and wasn't doing much with it, gets a faint little tickle behind. McLennan takes the catch. Haynes gets the wicket. And that brings Peter Trago to the crease. Armstrong in once more. This one's helped up over the leg side. He's gone right across his crease there. Nice shot. That brings Trago to the crease. Armstrong into him. Leaving
No shot on offer for that one.
on length there, it seems. Third ball, Haynes in. Inside edge this time, and it's running away towards the boundary. Crooks is after it, can't get it. 4 runs. Not a bad channel there from Haynes. 2 balls left in his third over. This one's down leg, finds the edge. The batsman are through for a single. That'll be 50.
And that's 50.
Wow, it's been all Stephen Davies today. Here we have Davies' wagon wheel. Lot going through the leg side. Couple of edges behind square on both the leg and the offside. Not a lot straight. Armstrong in again. This one's hit up over backward point. Man on the boundary is not going to reach it. It's 4 runs.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the university end.
Well, it's early in the match, but Somerset are on top here, so we have the introduction of Earnshaw. First ball to Davies is across his stumps, working it towards mid-wicket. Well flighted, this one's hit up in the air.
nice shot.
He's got that in front of square, Crooks is round on the boundary, knocks it back in. They're still going to get back for 3.
Good running.
Miller into the attack now from the pavilion end.
Another new bowler here for Franklin. Dave into bowl. We said in the pre-match, haven't seen him in a while. Oh, and there we go, first ball.
Batsman bamboozled and ended up knocking it back onto his own
Big
side.
swinging delivery, Stephen Davies, the batsman who's set, inside edge, and he's gone. James Hildreth, the new batsman. Miller, a wicket with his first ball back. Dave in again. This one strikes the
For
batsman.
that one.
There's an appeal for LBW. Umpire says no. Thought this one was just sliding down leg. So, yeah, by the look of it, long way. And hit the bat, so no on all accounts. Miller's in. This one's full. It's straight down the ground. There is a man back. Keeps it to 1.
He's off the mark.
And to Hildreth, this one's head up and over extra cover
Racing away.
into the open space, and it's 4 runs. Well, Miller to continue. 1 for 1 off 1. He's in, finds the edge, and McLennan takes the catch.
Strong appeal.
There's the appeal, and the umpire gives him. That's Hildreth gone.
Have made their
And
job
Miller.
easier with that wicket.
2 wickets and 7 balls. Will there be a review? Not this time. James Hildreth goes. 1 boundary in his 6. But Somerset in a bit of trouble now. 3 for 80. Miller in. This one slides down the leg side, and Abel is clipping that in front of square. They get the
They
single.
take a single.
Last ball here for Miller. Short punch down the ground, and that'll be Trago off the mark. Will they come back for 2? No, Armstrong does well out there. Keeps it to 1.
Very tidy over that one.
And now it's Earnshaw to Trago.
No shot off.
Oh, that's a good leave. Miller's in. This one's leg side, flicked up in the air. He's got enough of that one. Crooks is running around the boundary, won't be able to catch it. Fourth ball, Earnshaw in. One's outside off stump, chipped up in the air. Beats Haynes. Don't know what he was doing, but he should have had that covered. Instead, it's 4 runs. Earnshaw will not be pleased. Miller in. This time it's a short ball.
Misreads that
Well
a bit
bowled.
and can't get a shot away.
Earnshaw in again. This one's leg side, hit up over square leg. Brooks is back there, slides but can't keep it in. Again, hit up over the leg side. Brooks can't get anywhere near that one.
And that's 4.
Another 4. Down leg this time, and it's helped up over mid-on. Haynes is after it, won't catch it. 4 runs. Last ball. Oh, and he's bowled him.
Back onto his stumps. The batsman
I think it may have had a little help by the batsman there, but Peter Trago's ordeal comes to an end. 17 off 36 balls. Miller takes another.
The new batter at the non-strikers end.
Earnshaw won't be used to taking this kind of tap. None for 31 so far. Little outside edge, just as I say that, and he strikes. Well taken by McLennan. Straighter ball there by Earnshaw, didn't quite turn as much. Set him up with the big spinner, and then a feather behind. And again now Somerset losing 2 set batsmen. And they're 5 for 119. As Roelof van der Merwe comes into the crease. Earnshaw bowling to him. First ball. Sweep shot. He swept powerfully. Franklin's after it. Stops 2. Good work from Franklin.
First ball and he's off the mark.
Hayes, the left armer, is coming on to bowl from the pavilion end.
Well, despite taking a wicket with his final ball, Miller's been yanked out of the attack, and here we see Hay coming in to bowl the 26th over. Oh, he starts off with a
Not able
snorter.
to connect there.
Hay in again, outside off stump, gets an inside edge. And it's going to run away towards the boundary. Miller's after it. Can he stop the batsman from running 4? Doesn't look like it. As the batsmen are back for 4 quite comfortably. Throw ends up
run,
hitting
that's
Crooks.
4.
Gregory on strike. He's yet to get off the mark. One shorter. Strikes the batsman on the pad.
Trapped in front there.
Oh, he's given! Oh, I thought that was sliding down leg, but the umpire. Little appeal from St Andrews and his finger goes up. Will there be a review?
Only the one review. He
Yes,
must be
there
called
is.
in,
Yes,
or he'll
there
be
is.
hearing all about it from his teammates.
Now let's see what this does. It is quite short. Doesn't turn a lot.
That's hitting in line. And the
But
decision
yeah, it
has
is
been
missing the
overturned.
stumps.
The
So
batsman
good
didn't
challenge there
hesitate
for
to take a
Somerset.
review, and
It
his
didn't look
confidence
out.
was justified.
Whoa, it was close.
Overturns the decision.
And sure and again, this one's shorter and he helps it up over backward point and away to the boundary for 4.
He's found the gap. and
Nice
got
way to get off
4.
the mark. Hey in to Van der Merwe. This one goes up over the offside.
Punches that away.
Well, he's been looking for that shot and hasn't connected so far. This time he gets all of it. Final over here for Earnshaw. He's in. First ball. It's hit up over extra cover. Great shot by the batsman. 4 runs. Hey then to continue. Bowling to Gregory. One's cut
Cuts that
and
nicely.
finds the gap.
Runs away for 4.
A runaway for 4. Nice shot.
Haynes, the right arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the university end.
Well, Haino's back in. 1 for 24 from his 3 overs earlier. See if he can find another here. First one's full, driven straight. Batsman through for a single. Over number 4 now for Hay. Shorter and punch through that gap at cover once more. Koshi, brilliant up there. Keeps it to 1, but that's the 150 up for Somerset.
Miller, the right arm, is
Another
coming
change
into the
here as
attack
Miller's been
from
brought back into the
university.
attack. He's got 3 overs left. So Franklin looking to break this partnership, it seems. That first ball strikes the batsman in and around off
Struck on the
stump.
pads. It
Here's
certainly
an
did
appeal.
something off the pitch, and it's a good confident
And I
shout,
guess it's
but
just a
maybe
question
it
of
did
whether
too
or not
much.
it hit him in line.
That was well worth asking the question. They're going to challenge.
Well,
They've
Franklin
only got
decides to
one
go
review,
upstairs.
so they need to make it count.
It's just a question of whether or not the impact was inside the line. Looks like it's going to be outside.
Impacting outside
Yep,
the
there we
line.
go. Outside the line, but hitting the stumps. Not a terrible review there for St Andrews, but they're going to lose their challenge.
That was well worth the shout. Umpire says not out.
Unsuccessful with that review. They have no challenges remaining.
Miller in, bowls Van der Merwe. What a comeback! After the unsuccessful review, the next ball Miller's in and takes out middle stump. Just as Somerset were getting some momentum again, Van der Merwe goes and Craig
The new
Overton
batsman arrives at the crease.
is in to replace him. Miller, 4 for 17. Zin bowls just misses the
This is a
bat
very
and off
troubling
stump
line
there.
of inquiry for the batsman.
Fourth ball for Miller. Then played through the leg side. Finds that gap at mid-wicket. Batsman coming back for 2. Haynes really needs to get off the
He's
treadmill
off the
there.
mark with that one.
Top channels here from Hay. He's in again. This one's head up over the leg side. Franklin's back on the boundary. Will he get round to it? Taps it in, but no, can't stop the 4. Brings Gregory on strike. He's on 20. Miller's into him. Strikes him on the pad. There's an appeal for LBW. And he's given this time. That's 5 for Miller. Well, welcome back, David Miller. He's spent some time out of the bowling lineup. And we won't see a review. We will see his 5th. And Somerset 7 for 172. As Ben Green is out to the crease.
Green is the new batsman.
Well, Miller, plenty of chances here to make it 6. One's flicked through the leg side. First ball for Green. He's off the mark.
Green gets off the mark.
And ball again. This one's shorter. Just clip through wide mid on. It's another single. They've been getting 1s and 2s well here, Somerset. Just the moment. Too many wickets. 7 down. And there's a little feather through. Just as I say that, they lose another.
The whole team running over
Hay
to
gets
celebrate. This one
really
means a lot.
just rewards. He's bowled well. And Ben Green goes. Court McLennan bowled Hay for 3.
Bit of a task for the new batsman here, trying to turn this innings around after a steady flow of wickets in recent overs.
That brings Best to the crease. 8 down now. Oh, it's a fantastic delivery.
Delighted with that over.
Final ball here for Miller. Outside off stump, plays and misses.
Good over. Frustration
And
will
what
be
a
growing
spell
for the
from
batsman.
Miller. Well, Armstrong will bowl the final 3 overs from the university end. He's into bowl. This one's hit straight up in the air. Fielder back there. I think that's Hay.
Was gone for all
Gets
money,
it
but
in.
the throw
But
went up
it's
the wrong
great
end.
running. Brings Overton on strike. He's on 19. This one's hit up in the air through mid-wicket. Stan's running round. He's not going to get there.
Perfect example of how to play that shot.
Another boundary for Somerset. Last ball here for Hay. Into Overton, plays and misses again. And what a fitting end to a great spell. That's the 200 up. Armstrong's in. This one's hit over cover. Again, Koshi's doing the fielding. Batsman coming back for 2. Could be in trouble here if McLennan could hit the stumps.
He plays that nicely.
Patrick to come back on again.
Well, with 1 over to go, who else would you go to? Or 1 over from this end? Of course, it's Patrick Jess. He bowls. This one's full outside off stump.
Trapped in front.
Strikes the batsman. I think that's missing off.
That was
Umpire
well worth a
agrees.
shout. Umpire says not out.
Last ball, the 44th over. Jess is in. This one's clipped up over the leg side. Franklin picks it up on the bounce. Keep it to 1. That's a great over from Jess. Now it's up to Armstrong to finish up the innings. He's in. This one's short. Finds the edge and it'll fly away. Between keeper and slip. 4 runs. Third ball. Armstrong's in. Inside edge this time. And again it'll go out to the boundary for 4.
The run's ticking along here.
Final ball of the innings. Armstrong's in. It's chipped back over the bowler. Armstrong could have got a hand on that, I think.
End of the over.
But it's just a single. And that's the
Good
end of the
innings
innings.
for the batsman, playing pretty well, but could have done with a few more runs to give their...
Well, there we have it. Somerset batting first. 8 for a 218. And after the start they had, they'll be a little bit disappointed with that. Of course, it was David Miller doing the damage for St Andrews. We'll talk about that in the post-match review, but in the meantime, 219 the target. It will take some getting.
A change in the bowling lineup.
The captain is going with the medium pacer.
Well, here we are, McLennan and Koshi. Back together again. Gregory in. McLennan runs us down behind the square. And they're off the mark first
The
ball.
students get started with 1.
Koshi now to face his first ball. Tries to flick this behind square. Can't get a hold of
Times
it.
that one.
Gregory in again. This time Koshi's pulling hard.
Oh, very nice there from Overton.
They'll get a single.
Just a single down to long leg though. Last ball of the over. Gregory in. This time it's punched down the ground. Broom it on. Koshi's done well here. The batsman will come back for 3.
Good work in the field there.
Kept
8
it
off the
fairly
first
tight in
over
that
for St Andrews.
A new bowler coming into the attack.
Captain is going with the medium pacer.
Well, Craig Overton to bowl from the other end. Koshi on strike. Swings away at that one. Can't pierce the field. Dot ball. Overton into McLennan. Just runs that down past the slips. Another single for him.
Good bowling in that over.
Last ball for Overton. He's in. Koshi's playing and gets a thick inside edge. It's running away towards the boundary. Great work by the man at long leg to flick that back. Batsman get back for 2.
Overton.
Smart batting from McLennan. Koshi on strike now. He hits this one firmly through square leg. It's heading out towards the boundary, though it is slowing up. The fielder might just drag this one in. Yes, he does, but the batsmen are back for 3. Two left in the over. Gregory into McLennan. He's full. And he's taken a diving catch.
Caught and bowled.
Byrne didn't quite get the timing right, and it's a beautiful catch from Gregory.
And a departing batsman.
McLennan goes for 10. St Andrews lose their first wicket. That brings Earnshaw to the crease. One ball left in the over. Earnshaw driving this one, gets it past the bowler. And he'll get
Gets the
one.
wicket and keeps it tidy.
Overton into Koshi. Back punches off the back foot. He's hit this one well. It's slowing up though. Batsman will look to come back for 3, and they'll get 3 quite comfortably. Great shot from Koshi.
Nice
St Andrews
fielding
still
there.
looking for their
Good
first
return.
boundary.
Green is the new bowler.
I'll change of bowling here. Ben Green in. Bowling to Aaron Koshi, who's on 17. Short and strikes Koshi in the arm. Green in again. This is a little feather from Earnshaw, and he's caught behind.
That's a really good delivery.
And
Taking
it's just
their
been a
first
little bit
wicket
too
in
close to play
limited
that
overs
shot.
cricket.
And Earnshaw can only succeed in tickling it to Davies. And he goes for 7, and Andrews 2 for 35. And Crooks, who's not had a great season thus far, out to the crease. Last ball of the over for Green. Successful bowling change.
Needs
The
a
Somerset.
direct hit.
And Crooks is off the mark first ball.
Wicket falling in that over.
Gregory into Koshi, who's clipping this one behind square. Gets into a gap. Hasn't timed it very well, but they'll get back for 2. Last ball of Green's second over into Koshi. He's cutting this one, gets it
Hits
through the
that one
gap.
nicely. Good shot.
Away to the boundary for 4. That's the first 4 of the innings. Comes from the bat of Aaron Koshi. Third ball, Gregory in. Short. Crooks swivels on it. Gets it away towards the boundary. Square leg does well to cut it off, and they're back for 2.
He plays that nicely. Gets 2.
That's the 50 up for St Andrews. Well, Gregory 1 for 33 now. Getting a bit expensive. As Koshi's leaning back on this one. Hit it out towards the boundary rope. They may cut it off. No, they don't. It's another boundary.
This bowler really can get these spinning a long way. Let's see how they go.
Well, change of the bowling. They spin for the first time from Somerset. Best into bowl. Pushes forward and hits that out to mid-on.
They'll get one more.
Last ball of the over, Best into Crooks. Clips this one in the air. Down towards fine leg. There's no one back. Big chase for the square leg. It is slowing up. Will he get there? No, he won't.
4 runs.
Crooks on strike. This one's clipped in the air and taken by square leg. What a silly shot. He was looking to the gap at mid-wicket, but for whatever reason, ended up going straight to square leg, and Green takes another.
The new batsman.
And Franklin
down at the non-stop
is striding out
position.
to the crease. Besson again. This time Koshi does get it.
More sweetly than that.
He's hit it high and far. 6 runs, first of the day. Besson to Koshi. This time he's forward and clipping it through square leg. They'll get 1. They'll come back for 2. And that'll be 50 for Koshi. Another great innings from him.
And that is the half century.
This has been a good innings so far.
Well, here we have it. Koshi Spider. See that one big 6 in the last over. Only 2 other boundaries coming through cover and backward point. Here's to Franklin. He helps us round the corner. We'll get 1. They'll come back for 2. The fielder just watching it go over the boundary. What on earth was that? Franklin moves to 5. Best into him. Just clips this one in front of square. Oh, and again another misfield for Somerset. And another boundary for Franklin.
4 runs.
Best into Koshi. Gets this firmly through the leg side. Oh, and another poor effort in the field. Best will be unimpressed.
Right arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the university end.
Well, Van Meekeren being introduced into the attack. Franklin on strike. Pushes this out to the covers and they get 1.
Easily have found the edge.
Besson again. Koshi playing that
Confident
one.
appeal. Could it be?
And he's given.
Important scalp there. They were batting really
That looked like it
well
was
from the
going
distance
miles
for
down
long
leg.
runs. Only
He's
the
gonna
one
challenge
review.
that.
He must be confident, or he'll be hearing all about it from his teammates.
Now,
Pitch is
it's a
good.
finger spinner.
That's hitting
Ah,
in
struck
line.
in line.
University
Yeah,
has to go.
can't
The
argue with
original
that.
Decision stands.
Didn't look like where that was, but Koshi does shuffle across playing shots. And that's the
Uses
second
final
review
and has to
for
go.
St Andrews today that's not gone our way. Beautiful innings by Koshi comes to an end.
The left-handed batsman is
The new batsman
And St
takes
Andrews
guard.
104 runs short of the total at the moment. Need these two to score some runs. He clips this one into the leg side. Off the mark,
He's
first
off the
ball.
mark.
And Meekeren in again. Comes outside off stump and Franklin gets inside out it. Helps it
And that's
down to
4.
fine leg for 4. Best to Franklin. Crosses stumps heading along the ground.
And placement.
And with no one back, it's 4 runs. Hay on 4. Able into him. It's this firmly out along the ground. There's a misfield out on the boundary. Goes
Oh,
through his legs
glorious
and it's
shot.
another 4.
Almighty
Oh, Van der
tweak.
Merwe
Let's see how they go.
to bowl some spin. Franklin on strike. He's on 30. Forward, but can't beat mid wicket. Van der Merwe in again. Oh, and he strays onto the pads. Franklin hits up and
It's gone
underneath
for
that
6.
one. It's gone for 6. Able in again. Hayes across the stumps and clipping this one in the air down to fine leg.
Super stuff that.
Able into Franklin. It's full. He gets this off the middle of the bat, but the fielder out there at forward square leg. Great work. Diving
2
stop.
runs off that
Keeps it to
delivery.
2. Van der Merwe in again. One's Fuller. He pushes that past the man at short mid wicket. They'll come back for 2.
and that brings up the 50 target.
Moving along nicely now.
And
50
exactly
runs in
what
this
St Andrews ordered. 50 between these two. Abel in again. He hits this one in the air over
Right
backward
to
point.
run. That's 4.
4 runs.
The right armour is coming into
And
the attack
Trey goes
from
into the attack now.
university end.
Three men back on the onside. First ball outside off stump and Franklin edges it into the ground. Overton again. Again, Hayes running that down towards third man. He's got quite a lot of this one. Licked in by the fielder on the boundary. Franklin's coming back for 3. And yeah, makes that one
Hayes
quite
gets into the
comfortably.
40s.
Trego in once more. Franklin's muscling this down the ground. Wide of the man at long off. Hayes coming back for 2. Will make it
On
quite
target with that
comfortably.
throw, despite the distance.
And that's a half century for Stan. Well batted. 20 more runs for St Andrews. Trago in. This one's short. Has Franklin cutting. Out to point. And that's the 200 up. Hay on strike. He's on 43. Trago in. Bowls and Hay clips this up in the air, straight at square leg, and he's out.
About that one. Easy catch.
He was just looking at that open space on the leg side and couldn't get it over the fielder.
The batsmen making their way back to the pavilion.
And Hay deserved 50, goes for 43. St Andrews 5 down now. And this is not a bad man to have strolling to the crease when you're 5 for 200. Seagal on strike to Trago. Full ball, nudges it into the onside. They'll get 1, they'll look for 2. And they'll get 2 quite comfortably. And here we have Franklin Spider. Of course, a lot of those boundaries coming down to fine leg. Singles all around the ground. And exactly the kind of innings that St Andrews needed.
Yes.
Franklin gets an edge on this one after going after the cut shot. Goes over the keeper, down towards the boundary, is cut off by third man. But Seagal brings him back for 3. 2 to win. Seagal on strike. Ball outside off stump. He clips it up in the air. It's got to be caught.
Quick to react. and
Seagal
takes it.
trying to go over the field. It's a full toss. And all he can do is clip it out to extra cover. Abel gets a wicket, and a not out for Seagal that was beckoning goes begging.
Armstrong is the new batter at the non-strikers end.
Well, Armstrong out to bat. That's been crossed. So it'll be Franklin on strike. Abel in. Plays and misses.
Swing and a miss.
Abel in again. Ball outside off stump. Franklin gets a lot of this. Over the infield. Out for 4. That's the game. Victory to St Andrews. Well, in the end, what was a comprehensive victory in terms of balls remaining doesn't necessarily look as comprehensive because of the 6 wickets for St Andrews. But a victory is a victory, and they take home the win. Somerset batting first got off to a bit of a flyer, if I'm honest. 50 for the opening partnership, a wicket falling at 54, that of Tom Banton. And Somerset didn't really seem too fazed by that. It wasn't until the introduction of Miller, who knocked the top off the Somerset batting, with wickets falling at 73 and 80. Then a small partnership began to develop between Davies and Tom Abel, but Miller broke that one too at the end of his first spell, and the brakes were really put on the Somerset innings, and they did well to make it to 218, though never really had the base from which they could really start pushing that run rate. Of course, Stephen Davis, the top scorer with 58. Craig Overton not out at the end, 43. Looking at the St Andrews bowlers, and as you say, there's one huge standout here. That's David Miller and his return to the side, 5 for 27. 1 extra, all 9 overs bowled. So fantastic bowling figures for him. James Earnshaw 1 for 41, Josh Hay 1 for 48, Alex Haynes 1 for 29. In a day where it didn't look too easy to score, the outfield was slow. 218 was probably still not going to be enough. And so it proved, with St Andrews never really looking in a lot of trouble. 4 for 115 when Crooks got out. If they had lost a couple of extra wickets then, things may have gotten a bit more interesting, but partnership of 85 between Franklin and Hay really put St Andrews in prime position. Run rate was never a question after those two got going, and it was Franklin 62 not out who saw St Andrews home. Top scorer of the innings, Aaron Koshi, returned to form, returned to the side after missing out on the shorter forms of the game. 64, another valiant effort from him. Looking at the Somerset bowlers, Green 2 for 29, got a bit expensive through his middle overs, but really it's hard to pick a bowler who didn't go for runs. Van Meekeren 4 overs for 18, Trey go 3 overs for 14 showed that the medium pacers were just doing a bit with the ball just holding off the wicket. It's hard to find timing, and yet St Andrews managed to push the ball around enough and take advantage of the bad balls to see them through. Man of the match today, David Miller, of course, for his 5-wicket bag, the second official 5-wicket bag in club history. And yeah, a triumphant return to league cricket for us here at C1. Hope you enjoyed that change of pace somewhat. We'll be coming back to you with the second of the calendar friendlies coming up soon. Remember, that's the game in which we're the AI and the opposition are playing the... So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, I've been Jim the editor. Thank you for sticking around, and I hope you hear from me soon. Wait. I totally forgot something. We're supposed to go through this week's games. So very quickly, let's get to it. Well, in more round 4 action, Barbados hosted the Wellington Firebirds. Barbados batting first, 9 for 275. That's a good total. Boucher 56, Brooks 54, Carter 51, Walcott 45 not out. All around about or better than are on a ball. The Firebirds bowlers taking a bit of stick there. Jeetan Patel the best of them, 3 for 67. And in reply, Wellington bowled out for 202. Conway 78, Nofel 48, Bracewell 44, the only batsman to score more than 20. And Jomel Warrican 4 for 36. Silliman Ben 3 for 30, doing the damage for Barbados. So they take the victory over the Firebirds. Looking now at the game between the Cape Cobras and Sussex. The Cobras batting first at their home ground in Cape Town. 6 for 297. What a total. Another high scoring game. Danny Bowen, 139 not out. Great effort from him. No other batsman getting over 50. Sussex in reply though, 6 for 301. Reggie Beard, 74 not out. Travis Head, 58. David Weiss, 45. And a fantastic effort there to chase down 300 runs in 45 overs. Man of the match, Danny Bowen. And in the final game of the week, we see Queensland heading over to Kolkata to take on Bengal. And Bengal batting first, 6 for 250. So another decent score. Sahar, 103 not out. Billy Stanlake, 3 for 42. But the Bulls, in reply, doing it in a bit of a doddle. 6 overs to spare. 3 for 252. Max Bryant, 109 not out. Marnus Labuschagne, 61. Pick of the Bulls batsman. And Billy Stanlake for his 3 for 42, man of the match. Don't know if I agree with that one. Would have given it to Bryant. But the Bulls win by 7 wickets. So what does that do for the table? Well, taking a look at the points table, and we have Barbados in the lead. 3 wins from 4 games, 2 bonus points. Not a great net run rate though, so if St Andrews can pick up another bonus point, they're in second place and they'll jump over them. As we say, St Andrews second place, 1 bonus point from their 4 matches, 3 wins, 1 loss. The Bulls then next in outright third, 3 wins again, no bonus points for them. Cobras, then Wellington, then Sussex, all 2 and 2, separated again by bonus points. And then rounding out the end there, we've got Somerset with 1 win, and Bengal still yet to register a win, but with 3 bonus points. So those are the standings after 4 weeks of league cricket. I'll do the sign off again. I've been Jim the editor. Hope you've enjoyed this. We will be getting back to a bit more league cricket, and I hope you hear from me soon.